What's up, guys? What up, Ramen? What up, Bent? Today's a little bit of a rough day. Woo. I know you guys might be like, what the fuck are we listening to right now? This is a band that meant a lot to me growing up. Lead singer just passed away the other day. I just found out today. Oh, Bentley, that's awesome. They were honestly, in my opinion, like the best in the genre to do it. In my later years of not listening to death metal as much, this is the one band that I would always still listen to any day of the week. Anytime they were coming to town, I was ready to go see them. They're the fucking best. No other vocalist did it like him. Not one. What's up, guys? You guys might be wondering what the fuck we're listening to. We're not listening to our usual hyperpop, young skirt, trap stuff. This is a band called the Black Dahlia Murder. This is a band that it was one of the first bands I ever like really fell in love with, like back in like 6th grade. I loved music before that, but in 6th grade I got into death metal music, and I was pretty much like a metalhead. That's all I listened to. If there was singing in the music from pretty much 6th grade to 9th grade, I was not about it. I only wanted to listen to death metal. And in a sea full of like all these metal bands that were full of just testosterone, very masculine, some oftentimes very toxic masculine energy, very like what you think of as like alpha dudes, but they weren't really alpha dudes. They were more like the incel dudes that were trying to be like alpha. Some of them though were. And in a sea of all that, there was this band called the Black Dahlia Murder, and they were just a bunch of dudes that wanted to have fun and wanted to party and didn't take any of it too seriously. Why does Steam keep needing to restart? It keeps updating on me. But yeah, you'd go to the audience and the bands. The bands especially, like you listen to a lot of like old school black metal bands. They write lyrics about burning churches and crazy shit. Some of the bands like there's some metal bands where there was like crazy murders that went on in the band, and bandmates murdering each other, wearing pieces of each other after they murdered them as necklaces, things, crazy shit that's just like, okay, this is like metalhead. Yeah, and a lot of white nationalists. Exactly, Benny. What up, Prime? And so in a sea of just all of that, like there's a lot of great stuff in metal music, a lot of great people, but there is a lot of that energy. And there were these guys in the Black Dahlia Murder who just always wanted to have a good time. They didn't take any of it seriously. They wrote, the guy Trevor, who is now passed away, some of his lyrics are some of the craziest, most horrific shit you've ever read, but it's all just him like writing about like crazy like Italian horror movies that they would watch together, or crazy experiences that they would have on the road and stuff like that. And I don't know, man. Like I said, this was like the first band I ever fell in love with. The lead singer Trevor and Brian, I used to stay up in middle school, high school, every single night, just on YouTube, watching their music videos, watching interviews of theirs over and over and over. Man, I would watch the same interviews sometimes like every night. The two guys in that band, which they were like the two main members. Everybody else had been like the drummers, the lead guitar players, bass players. It all switched out over the years, but it was Trevor and Brian, the lead vocalist and guitar player. And they were a big part in shaping me when I was a teenager. Like just watching their interviews, getting to know them over the years. When they would come to town, from the first time they came to town, I made sure to meet them. And every time after that, I would always like go up and talk to him, hang out with him a little bit. Trevor always knew my name. He was such a nice fucking guy, dude. He was like literally the nicest, funniest dude. He would always make you laugh. That's all he ever wanted to do. All they ever wanted to do was just have fun, man. And they made such brutal music, like I was saying, in a sea of just testosterone and just real alpha masculine attitudes. These guys would just show up on the Sounds of the Underground festival, which was like 10 bands deep, and they would just be there dressed up in Hawaiian shirts and short shorts playing the set. And a lot of old metalheads didn't fuck with them. Like a lot of the old heads that were into like Cannibal Corpse and stuff like that did not fuck with the Black Dahlia Murder at all. They just thought it. They thought it was like, it was. They came. The Black Dahlia Murder came out at around a time when there was like hardcore music, when there was like a lot of breakdowns and these bands that like scene bands. They were called scene kids, and they would just do all these breakdowns. Emo metal, exactly. And so like they consider the Black Dahlia Murder in between like death metal and these like hardcore like emo metal bands. And so a lot of the old heads didn't like them, but those bands like Cannibal Corpse and stuff like that those people listened to, fucking loved the Black Dahlia Murder and thought like the Black Dahlia was like the best thing that had happened to metal in a long time. Another reason why I think the Black Dahlia Murder is the way they were is because they were very punk influenced. A lot of their music has a lot of punk beats in it. It's death metal, but these are a bunch of punks. They were listening to Fugazi and a lot of those bands, a lot of crazy death metal bands too, but yeah, so I don't know. I've been real sad all day. I just found out he passed away 2 days ago. And it really hit me today. Some of you guys know I've been going through like some of the hardest few months of my life, and just finding out about this today was just so horrible. He was such a good dude, and he was a light in this world, and he's gonna be missed. He was an icon. So I thought we would just spend a little bit of time listening to some of their music. Got a couple of videos of theirs lined up, interviews, just so you guys could get to know who he was a little bit, who they were. Oh man, I love these guys. Every single year for like a school photo, I wore one of their shirts. They were my favorite band. Let's watch a little bit of this like documentary that they put out. Which one? This one. But I gotta be careful with this because about like 20 something minutes or 10 minutes into the DVD, nudity starts showing up. Even though a lot of it's blurred, some of it's not. So we're only gonna watch like the first 10 minutes of this. But this is them on tour. This is one of their tour Excuse me. This is one of their tour documentaries. And this just kind of shows you the kind of people that they were, or that he was, and that they all are. If any of you are struggling, or if you know anybody that's struggling, or even your strong friends that you don't think are struggling at all, don't ever hesitate to reach out. We've had people in the Discord.
I am so sorry to hear this. What a sad day for all of music.
It is, Hippie. Thank you for the biddies. But don't ever hesitate to reach out. You never know what someone's going through, no matter how happy they seem on the outside. You just never know. So don't ever hesitate to reach out, and especially like I said, on your strong friends, the ones that you look at and you're like, they're all good, they got it figured out. Check on them. Here, let's watch a little bit of this.
What's this DVD for? Black Dahlia, hell yeah! You making a DVD? Oh, sick!
Should we hit the bong before we do this?
That's Trevor.
Hello, Zium!
Brian and Trevor right there, man. This guy Brian right here is a big fuck Klaus. Thank you for the 100 biddies, bro. I appreciate that. This guy right here, Brian, is a big reason why I am the way I am today, man.
Do you have weird smells in your air that you don't really want there? Try out. It's great and overpowering.
Nice, Claus. Yeah, so one of my favorite musicians and friends passed away the other day, and I just found out today, and we're just kind of celebrating his life a little bit right now.
30 seconds, man.
Before I was here? Can I skip that one?
Dudes use the staple of the future, the internet, to meet each other.
Play music that they like.
They needed a guitar player.
Play out.
So we started looking around for labels and actually thinking about becoming a professional band.
Band gets signed off demo.
Got serious.
Do an album.
And we started touring, and that's like really where the band starts.
Slept in a van.
Couple of dudes have come, couple dudes have gone.
Bart.
That's what we're doing right now, Claus.
McDonald's and Taco Bell.
I appreciate
in all
it.
countries.
Thank you for the 100 biddies again, man.
And it's been do an album and more touring ever since.
Riffing, smoking,
Trying to push the band as far as we can and
joking, token,
outdo the last album that we wrote and
repeat.
Everything's an evolution.
Living La Vida Loca, basically.
this is longer than 30 seconds now.
Like, no matter what you think about metal music, death metal, like I said, in my like years now, like this is like one of the only death metal bands that I could still listen to. Like I could pull up the Black Dahlia Murder and listen to them at any point. But there's other bands that I used to love, like Cannibal Corpse and all these really intense metal bands that I just don't really fuck with as much anymore. I just can't listen to it. Like I still respect them and like them and can fuck with the music, but it's not just something I want to put on and listen to anymore. But these guys were, and like a big part of metal that people don't like is the vocals, obviously. Like that's just not for everybody. But this guy Trevor, man, he did it like no other metal vocalist. His highs, his high screams and his low guttural, his fucking like growls were just so different than anybody else and so clean. And not only like it's like they were so good on the record, but then like some metal bands you'd see him live and they just were not, the vocalists were not as powerful live, and his live it was no different. And he has this tattoo on his stomach just to like go like to talk about how like I was saying how these guys like didn't really take things that seriously. Like a lot of metalheads, it's so serious to them. It's just such a serious thing. They're all so full of testosterone, so alpha, and it's just metal music. Yeah, bro. Whereas like these guys were just like here to party and have fun. He had heartburn tattooed across his stomach. The lead singer of Pantera, one of my favorite bands, I love them. But the lead singer, Phil, had something tattooed, the same exact kind of tattoo across his stomach, and it said like unscarred or something like that, something like dramatic and heavy. And then Trevor here, coming up, the next generation of metal. He's like, oh, okay, I want a big stomach tattoo like Phil. Gets one that says heartburn. Just kind of making a joke of all the seriousness, you know?
How the fuck are you guys doing out there? Let's get that fucking energy up! Let's fucking party tonight, come on!
You guys kind of have like a reputation of being like a party band, you know.
You know, that's what I always heard too. Even like before I was in the band, I heard like those guys are crazy partiers, and you know, like they're wild and this and that. And I don't think we are much more partiers than any other band that tours.
This is the time of day when we shoot up.
Let's shoot up.
Normally, we wouldn't want you guys to watch us shoot up.
We want it to be true to life.
Real gritty and real, you know.
Just show you what a tour is really like.
Here we are, sitting again.
Yeah, I don't really get it. You know, there's not that much going on here that's different from any other camp.
Hey man, let's get ready for the show, guys.
It was very different from other camps. There were bands out there like As I Lay Dying, where the lead singer was so just fueled with this like testosterone rage that he tried to have his wife murdered. Like, they're like, these metal bands out here took this shit fucking seriously. They like, metalheads like take that lifestyle seriously, and it's like very serious to them. These guys, it was all a fucking joke.
Turn that off.
Because we got some crack.
Realistically, we're all
chugging, right?
Week at 2 a.m.
Game over, bro. Party's over. Man.
We've seen XQC in his boxers. It's okay.
And I'm in my underwear, and I'm next to a fucking man in a room full of men. Reapply tomorrow.
All you want to do is be here with your friends and act like an idiot.
Drink this. Drink this. Call me in the morning when you have mud butt, because I have anti-diarrheals for you.
You know, I think a lot of people that do this are kind of like kids, you know what I mean, still.
We don't fuck around, motherfucker! We don't fuck around!
Being at a bar, you know, every night and like that serves alcohol and giving you free alcohol, you know, it's encouraged a lot of fun. And we're not talking about like Motley Crue parties. We're talking about us with some European dudes.
Here we are, summer.
Yeah, not those Motley Crue parties where it's like, ladies, we're fucking, oh my god, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. It's like, here, let's hang out with all the dudes and smoke a ton of weed and chug Jaeger.
Cleveland, I think it's the 21st of June. Bowser, take her away.
I think they're fun. Yeah, they're fun guys, you know, whether they're sober, whether they're hammered. I'll buy them drinks, you know. I'll pour them beers. I don't care. You know, that's fine. Every day is an adventure, you know, with those guys, because we never know what's going to happen.
That was fake. That was just water.
Black shit, it's deer's blood, black shit.
It's in the freezer.
We can only watch this for a couple more minutes before the nudity starts fucking
Black Santa?
going crazy.
The same as heartburn?
I think I was so drunk I thought I had the wrong currency. You know, I couldn't ask for anything more, man. You know, it's awesome that we get to like live such a cool kind of, I don't know, have a cool place in the universe, I guess, you know.
We don't look at buttholes on Black Dahlia murder tours.
No fucking sir.
We smoke weed.
And that's
we
it.
drink beer.
That's it.
And that's all. That's it.
We sleep like men! We sleep like men!
Eat snacks. Ain't got nothing to do with you. We just eating our cheese. We just eating our meat. That's the fuck it.
The fuck
it. Oh,
Period.
man.
See ya!
Yeah, I rage out for a long time, you know, and then I like...
Is that World of Warcraft? I can't tell if that's WoW. I don't think that's WoW.
So then I party.
It looks like the spell bar kind of on the side. Like kind of, no, that's no, cause yeah, there's no mini map. What game is that?
Party. And then I come here.
Alright. What? Hold on, don't hand it back to me right now. I'm doing shit for the DVD.
Now Bart's a big gamer, and he's probably attacking a universe or trading for spice or something.
You know what? Depending on different add-ons to change the UI.
Put a power glove here instead of a cast.
I actually had an idea that I would get my whole arm tattooed as the power glove.
By the end of this documentary, this guitar player was out of the band. Not the bass player, but this guy, the guitar player. He wasn't in the band anymore. He literally quit like the day before they left for a tour, and he was the lead guitar player. Like a lot of bands nowadays, there isn't so much of a distinction, at least in the music I listen to, of like a lead and a rhythm guitar player. But in this band, there was. Brian, the main dude, he wrote the music. Like he was writing like the riffs that were the songs and that turned into the songs. He was like helping come up with all the drum parts and things like that. And then Trevor would come up with all the vocals. this guy was the first lead guitar player they had, and he would just basically come in and like write solos like over every song, and that was like his job. And he quit like the day before a tour, and they still went on the tour, and the whole crowd was just like singing his solos, and they just carried on. They never needed anybody else in the band other than Brian and Trevor, except this last unit that they had put together. This one kid named Alan Cassidy on the drums, and then I don't know the other guys or whatever, but like they had this drummer that they had got, and it was like, oh, they got a drummer who they need to stick with. Like they always had great drummers, but it's just over the years, especially being in a band like this, touring gets rough. They're on a bus, right? From what we've seen, like a tour bus, but even in this documentary, there's times where they're in like a 16-passenger van, and touring can be really rough.
Tattooed as the Power Glove.
And it's not for everybody, and that's why so many people leave bands.
Shake someone's hand, and it's the Power Glove.
My head would explode if he got that. I hope he does.
Yeah, I got my whole arm, the power.
I gotta be ready, man. It's gonna fucking just come out of nowhere.
I had to wrap it up for like 5 weeks or something, and then I would have the real Power Glove when I took it off.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, come here, Blast again. Thank you.
Moose Adventure!
Oh, dude, they're the best.
Hit in the heart.
Here's a bong, bro. I got you.
That's not a cow.
What up, Zenk?
Right.
Or Zenek?
Mechanical.
We're just celebrating the life of Trevor Strnad right now.
Happy here in Minnesota.
Well, to fill the rest of you in, basically just came out and gave us all our food, which is between 4 people. I gotta imagine somewhere around 60, 70 bucks. And, you know, she didn't really ask us to pay for it. Zang.
Rip Trevor Strnad, thank you for the memories.
100% hippie, thank you for the 100 bits. I don't feel right going hype right now. And I'm sure you understand. I know you're not coming in with that, expecting that right now. But thank you so much for that, hippie. We're gonna do normal stream in a little bit. I just really felt like just going down memory lane a little bit. Well, I watched this documentary so many fucking times when I was younger, but we have to cut this one now because it gets fucking crazy. They get real drunk, real naked, just guy stuff, you know. But here, let's watch this other little thing of them. Where is it? Here. Black Dahlia Murder talks weed. What up, Zoop? We're celebrating the life right now of one of my favorite musicians and someone that I was able to call a friend over the years. Trevor Strnad. He just passed away the other day, and I just found out today, and it's been a pretty shit day. But I just want to go over and watch some of the stuff that I used to watch when I was a kid. Like some of these videos, not all of them, because some of this stuff came out later when I was like in high school, but a lot of these music videos, some of these interviews or stuff that I used to stay up all night in middle school and high school just watching over and over, and they really shaped a lot of who I am today.
Smoke pot.
Oh, you want me to talk about the perks of weed? I mean, that's a long seminar, but I mean, I am a user and an enthusiast. I mean, I voted, yes on Proposal 1 in Michigan. That was for legalizing, medical use of marijuana. We all know it's, the foot in the door towards, really advancing as a society.
They all didn't necessarily, partake when I first joined the band, but, eventually everyone realized that it was the right thing to do.
Yo, what time is it, man?
Trevor.
Whoa, let's smoke weed.
Whoa, let's smoke weed.
I don't know, man. I think it's just
Trevor
it's
right
like
there.
a bonding thing, and like we're always just talking and laughing. It's just the comedy level is definitely on high.
Don't use the barracks, you need a dude. Don't use our fucking tax dollars. It's fucking rude. Use the online services if you wanna do a fucking blowjob.
You know, we all just kind of look at each other and smile.
Yep.
You know, sometimes things are said.
I got those clear papers, you know, that newfangled shit that's just sugar or whatever.
Who am I?
Shoot me with an exploding arrowhead.
Let's get high as a werewolf and watch Monster Squad.
Sometimes things are observed.
Like I said, we've
It
seen
all
XQC in his
boils
underwear.
down
This
to
is
We
okay.
all look at each other and smile.
You guys fucking rule. You guys are fucking brutal. Let's turn it up.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Those clear papers. Yep.
Can you smoke weed?
What up, Bright? Yeah, I'm wearing the shirt of
It's green.
one of my favorite bands. We're celebrating the life right now of this guy right here, Trevor Strnad, one of my favorite musicians. He passed away the other day.
You fucking know?
Bart. Trevor.
I think that it, for us, makes tour a lot more fun, you know, because there's a lot of downtime and there's a lot of time when you're like, well, what do we do now? We have 2 hours until we can even load in. We're in some town, we're not near anything to go check out. Like, what are we gonna do? And that is the answer 99 times out of 100. So it's a helpful tool, I would say.
Helpful tool.
I saw the comet come flying, and I still kept ripping it.
Do some slow motion shit.
Ramen's in here. Ramen's in the chat. I see her.
I better be in slow-mo.
You need to slow-mo my torment.
Little help. You know, we're in a world where we don't have the responsibilities of, like, you know, working in a, you know, it's like we have to play, and during which we are encouraged to be wild, you know what I mean? So it's like a different kind of life.
Once again, we need weed. If you have a spare joint, please just give it to us.
I've literally done the same exact thing because of this DVD. He just pointed at me like, yeah, you!
Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. Some real fucking Dutch Belgium shit. What's up?
Who ordered this? Is that you?
Oh, dude, they were just so great.
Holy shit. My friend Ben works at the place for Philadelphia and had that made for me.
Custom bong.
Philadelphia came with the Black Dahlia Black Bong, which resides now at our practice space and is part of our ritual.
Bart, please hold on to it. Yeah, it's gonna break. You guys are breaking it.
Yeah, that was phenomenal. Honestly, like, that's probably the coolest thing that anyone's ever given the band.
Yeah, glass on glass. Throw some fucking ice cubes in there.
They've gotten like free guitars, amps, all sorts of shit. And they're like, dude, this bong, that's the coolest gift we've ever gotten.
Woody, do you want to start smoking
Coolest
weed
one.
now?
Bong's pretty cool. Pretty fucking awesome.
Holy crap.
Oh, man.
Don't let it die a virgin.
I think this is the coolest thing we've ever achieved, guys. I really do.
We're thankful for the bong and definitely are going to put some serious mileage on that thing, without a doubt.
Danny, one hit.
Nope.
half a head. Hot dog and one.
Trying to go to sleep.
You love food so much when you're high. You're just like, man, this is great.
A lot of times we end up eating.
Well, you're gonna eat one of these, and you'll know what it's like just to be really, really high and pretend that this is a burger. Here, I'll just show you real slow.
Oh God, like I said, it gets rough.
You glorify ketchup and mustard. It's more than what it really is, which is already great. It's some ingredients of a hamburger, right?
You know, you need energy to do things, and that comes from food.
I just want some syrup.
Yep. Yeah, real college student food. You know, just watching that, we're gonna keep watching stuff because we'll be back. Their energy is just so great. But like I was saying, how they really influenced me a lot when I was younger. And it's like, oh yeah, I'm sitting there watching all these guys smoke a ton of weed, getting influenced by them when I'm younger. But just, they're a big reason why I wanted to play music. And I spent so many years touring and being in bands, and even trying to go off on this like streaming venture that I've been doing for the past few years now. It's because these fields of entertainment that they're in, you have the ability to extend your childhood into your adult years. Like, these guys are out here just every day having the fucking time of their lives. And sometimes it's crazy out there on the road. It really is. It can get real dark, but for the most part, you're just out there, like they were saying, just like looking at your friends, smoking weed and smiling and laughing and joking around. And that's all I've ever wanted to do, is just not have to fully ever grow up and just live somewhat of a life like that, where I could enjoy myself and do something that I love at all times. And like I was saying, no matter how you feel about metal, screaming music, that's like a big thing. Like, a lot of people hate screaming vocals like this, but Trevor did it like no other metal vocalist. His highs were just so unique, and his lows, same, just so unique. And yeah. Big part of my life, man.
As the years pass, sometimes torches must also be passed. And so came the torch of bassdom into the hands of Max Lavelle, who wields it so craftily.
That dude was huge. Big
The
fucking
second year after
meathead,
that,
dude. The way he played bass,
no,
man,
the
he was
next
like
year.
ripping his strings
Sorry.
off every time he'd pluck, man. It was crazy.
Should we hit the ball before we do this?
Of course, Trevor.
I remember when we were like, should we really have a smoking weed on the DVD?
Hold on, let me think about that.
It's like the best thing we ever did.
It's good. It's really good.
I'm stoned as fuck, if you want to know the truth.
Anybody who's got some extra weed, we would love to smoke it. This is not a joke.
This is not a joke.
You were like, dude. I was like, that's red shirt, dude. That's the dude.
This is my.
No, bro, no.
Yeah.
We can
take it. Take it. It's a gift from me.
Okay, we'll take it.
So most of the weed is of debatable quality, but the gesture is nice. So keep it coming, and try to have some standards.
Please have some standards.
It's working.
You're up, dude.
It's weird to see yourself.
The weed cam.
You're like, oh.
Weed, if you haven't noticed, like, weed was a big part of this band.
Your folks are gonna see you smoking weed right on this DVD right now. You just got caught.
Alan Cassidy the slammer from the Great North.
This kid, he was like the young kid that they got in the band, and he was the drummer that was gonna stick with them for the rest of the time. And like, I wonder now, like, I don't even want to talk about it because I know that they're all probably like, their lives are just fucking uprooted right now. Every single one of them, after just going through like COVID for the past like few years, like, people don't understand what musicians like this have gone through over the past years. Like, everybody's been going through it, especially people in the entertainment industry like this, who literally all of their livelihood came from touring, was just cut. They couldn't go on tour anymore. Done. And now things are just starting to open up. They're starting to get tours booked again. This is one of those bands where, like, yeah, all these other members were replaceable. Drummers, bass players, lead guitar players. But Brian and Trevor were the staples of this band. If they were to do this, I would totally back them, and I would go see their shows and stuff like that. But I can't see them getting another vocalist. I don't see it. And like, none of these guys, one of them's in another band, like the lead guitar player that they have right now. But none of these other guys are in other bands. It's like, this is their thing. They had the Black Dahlia murder, and that like was like, they've been signed to Metal Blade Records since the early 2000s. They were gonna be on Metal Blade Records until they were too old to play anymore. You know, that was like the way it was. They had found their career, and it's just like, fuck, are they? I feel bad even talking about that right now. Actually,
I've never done a summer festival before.
Yep.
So this will be pretty
Yep,
awesome.
I spend a lot of money on Bandcamp as well.
Tour everywhere. Gonna take all the ducats from all the people.
It's so crazy that they went and played Warped Tour too, especially at this time. I think this was around like 2015, maybe 2014, 15, 16, somewhere around there. There were not death metal bands really playing Warped Tour. Wasn't really a thing, and they got offered to do it, and they took it.
Sweet. And also, just about drunk.
Oh, you got COVID twice? Fuck. I've been lucky. My job, it instantly went remote, and then like a few months in, I got fired. But I've been lucky ever since I got fired and I started streaming every day. I've really been able to stay out of the real world, you know.
I think it's wonderful touring in a
But yeah,
bus.
the
It's
stability
not
is
something
important.
I dread at all. It's way better than seeing a van that you're going to be in for 10 weeks. I mean, it's kind of like, well, here's your home, you know, you got a TV on it, you got your beer and your food on there, you know.
I mean, having a bus for that tour was definitely clutch. It's like 2 months. There's no backstage room or anything, so the bus is the best thing to have. We'd probably kill each other if we were in a bus.
Oh my god.
Seriously? With his last breath. I got so many more breaths.
I got so many more breaths.
This will never sell records.
You know, we had thought it'd be possible to come to Warped Tour for a couple of years, and we got an offer, and we were like, yeah, let's do it. Why the hell not? Haven't done it yet.
Let's claim this motherfucker. Day one!
Teen Wolf, yep. They're old men now at this point.
16 or 17 and went to Warped Tour. I didn't think I would end up, playing there. Although that was probably around the time where I started.
They were literally gonna be one of those bands, like a metal band, like Cannibal Corpse, where they're like 50, 60 years old, like still going out there playing shows. Like they were gonna be that band, man. Nobody, like, I don't know what was going on. COVID really affected a lot of people.
While their minds
but
still
I just
open,
like, it just
and
was
save their
so out
lives
of left field.
from weird
Someone like Trevor, man.
electronic
Internet rap.
Screen pop.
That's why I said always check on even your strong friends, you know.
clown world.
Here we are, first day of Warped Tour. This is what it's gonna look like, coming to a parking lot near you.
I pretty much figured that it was 75% doing nothing and looking cool, which I'm not great at.
Look at those long dicky shorts. And the camo pants, dude. Metalheads, bro. That's metal.
I have the biggest penis.
Huge cockers.
We came to
Cockers.
Get fans. We
Oh,
came
he's
to
he
impress people
must have
and
been a Twitch
hopefully
user.
give them a glimpse of something different. We didn't.
Or no, that's
change what we
Kaka.
did
What am I
to go
talking
there,
about?
You know what I mean? We came and played our bad people music, kind of being the representatives for death metal and the extreme at Warped Tour.
That camera angle right there is so sick. Watching it, I've seen all that footage of their live Warped Tour stuff. That angle of the fingers on the neck and the strings, oh, it's so good.
That's called fucking death metal. Check it out.
Listen to those punk beats. He was like a demon. That's live.
There's some people up there, when we would start playing, I would look out into the crowd, they would just be like, what the shit is this?
Yep.
What is this? Maybe they liked it, maybe they didn't like it, but they will still remember like, oh yeah, that was that crazy ass band at Warped Tour.
One of the best things about Warped is like playing in front of people that we would never ever play to, and people that like don't even know what type of music they're into yet.
Damn, the crowd is young. There's probably kids that go to Warped that don't go to any other concert yet. Like, that's the gateway.
Who's got a fist to put in the air?
It's hard to play for that many civilians, man. You know, it's like you got to keep a good attitude and just be happy they're fucking watching. If it was exactly what we expected every time, it wouldn't be fucking worth it. But the plan is working.
To see people now in the front row, like, singing every single word, and there's so many, and it's like a mouthful, man, just to say the least. And for me, like, as the vocalist, that's the moment, dude, where I'm just like, yes. It went into the oven and came out, and they ate the cookie, and they liked it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Hey, man, we'll be back around in the fall. Come check it out, please.
We have such an awesome
Yeah, like of course Iron Maiden stuff like that. Yeah.
Great to see it.
Yo, In Flames. That In Flames was another one of those metal bands that was just like a little different, you know. Going to an In Flames show, I saw them multiple times. It was like a dance party. And same thing with them, dude. Those fucking guys, the guitar players, after every fucking song, bro, would be off like on the side. You'd see someone put a bong up to their... And then come back out and... Dude, oh man, they were just, those were dance parties, man. Whereas like Black Dahlia Murder, you'd be sitting there fucking going crazy. In Flames, you could be sitting there like, it was so much fun.
To come out and stir some shit up and represent for
Ew.
us.
Ooh, In Flames, dude. Oh, I love that band.
We're going to be asking a lot for asking our fans to come out to this.
Hey, man. You're looking good, man. You don't even really have to say anything.
What's up with all us old metalheads getting into prog and math rock in our later years? What's up with that?
I would get older albums.
Even these guys, like Trevor, Brian, all the even the dude Alan, the drummer in this documentary. They all love like music like that too. They're big metalheads, and especially Trevor. Trevor was that dude that could tell you about like all the underground metal bands that like nobody knew about. And he was just, his knowledge of music, anytime like they would come to town and he would talk about just like new bands he was into or old bands that nobody knew about. He knew everything, man. Everything.
Black Dahlia Murder is pretty much the only reason I even came.
I came here specifically for the Black Dahlia Murder.
I mean, I'm stoked just to see them a part of something this huge and getting this much recognition.
Black Dahlia Murder, and that's it.
That's it for me, man. Black Dahlia. I'm gonna take a nap when they're done.
Hail Satan, smoke meth.
Some of our just strictly death metal fans are just gonna be, sit this one out, we realize, but we're just as much out of our comfort zone as we were putting them. It's just a completely different world for us, so it was like going to a new school.
Kind of like being in high school. It's like a big social thing, like people want to be more popular than somebody else.
In our minds, we were the varsity players. We were crushing our senior year. I don't know how true that is.
What are we gonna do tonight? They're gonna have us play Twister? We're gonna drink out of the ice luge?
It's a Jersey Shore themed after party, and they're gonna spray tan people.
Talk about the prank war that's gonna happen. The prank war? Your involvement in the prank war.
There was a lunch line, there was a cafeteria.
I played 1 day of a Warped Tour. 1 day. It was a miserable experience. Playing the show was fun. The setup and everything, horrible. It was. I can imagine being on it every day. You get used to it, but man, the people that run Warped Tour, like there was this one head guy there that was like, I think he was like the main like stage manager of like the whole fucking show. Oh my God, he was just the biggest asshole. And I just knew that he was that guy that every single band knew on the tour and hated. Like every band that was going on every single show following the whole Warped Tour, they just knew him and hated that guy.
Might as well be a bullseye, dude.
I wonder if he's in this, I forget.
A lot of bands that don't tour, I think maybe except for Warped Tour, so they were like annoyingly excited about being there. So like it was like Jesus camp, like, hi, like we're in line at lunch. I'm gonna turn around and then I'm gonna go forward and meet everybody in every direction. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I just want to kill myself right here. The crazy lady, the food Nazi lady, was going off about the Mexican meatloaf yesterday. Like, guys, we're having Mexican meatloaf today. It's gonna be awesome. I invented it. It's awesome. They sent me out in the minefield to find the mines, and now I do lunch.
If God's love and omnipotent power exists, they got a dose of it. There's some people running around there like that for sure.
It's not a tour for people that don't like people.
There's a lot of people that suck on Warped Tour.
I don't think I respect anybody in on that bus. No way. No way. Fuck that.
I can't stand looking at these people.
We got any testosterone representatives for the tour? We got the nuts! We got the body hair! I want to see you fuckers.
And see, everything I was saying about like how like when they're on metal tours, like about how they're like the least like testosterone alpha filled dudes in the room. They're like just there to have fun, not like be all just weird. When this band goes to Warped Tour though, they're the fucking alpha ones. Especially around this time of Warped Tour.
We're gonna play some old shit for you. Fuck yeah, let's get wild.
We get like a half-hour set every day, so like we want to try and fit in like the newer stuff from the album, but then have older stuff that like kids love.
YOLO, motherfucker.
Another day on Warped Tour. Got the text at 10 a.m. The one that tells you what time you're playing. It's noon today.
The whole throw chicken bones on the floor every morning schedule.
Yeah, that's another thing about Warped Tour is every single morning the set list is made up. There isn't the same set list every day. The bands find out every morning, like he said, a text message when they're playing. It could be at fucking right when the gates open.
Break it all up. It's 11 a.m. again. No, it's 10:22 again. We're gonna play soon. Trying to be happy.
I just woke up from cryostasis. You blur out my hair.
Siri, what time is the Black Dahlia murder set at Dan's Warped Tour today?
I don't know. It's not 10 a.m. yet, Ryan.
Let's try one of these.
I like to have a cocktail before I go out on stage. 10:30 is really early, but you just pretend that it's Sunday and you're at brunch.
Let's play a show. I mean, it seems to be like more brutal in the evening, like around 7 when we play, that's when people are fucking fried. And we're getting fried. And that's when I'm out there talking to myself. I'm like, Stay calm, my friend.
Watcher!
My spirit's gonna leave my body, and my body's still gonna be on stage, and it's gonna start going. We played in the Flames of Hell in Las Vegas, and I saw my life flash before my eyes on stage.
Tomorrow in Phoenix.
That was at. They did that at my university. They set up that Warped Tour at my university, and I was working that day, and I just got to go sneak in the back, bro. It was so sick. It was so sick.
I would recommend dipping your shirt in the ice chest in there. I think I found a new daily ritual.
I was riding around on my golf cart, had my shirt on. I was just like, what? Here to do the locks. I was the locksmith.
And now it feels great.
Thanks for checking us out. I know it's hot as a fucking dick out here.
It's been hot, dude. We're getting older. I'm getting fatter. Tomorrow will be worse, and Las Vegas will suck a dick too.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if this was the DVD where this was that Warped Tour, because Warped Tour didn't always come to Vegas. For a long time it didn't, and I think they didn't because of how hot it was. But there was a time like in like the 2014, like this might have been like one of the first years it came. No, the first year it came to Vegas was a couple years earlier when I played. But yeah, they did this a couple tours. They played Warped Tour. But yeah, so this is the one where they came to Vegas.
There were some days and it was so hot in those porta potties that I forgot who I was.
Like I pooped, but nothing like fell down. It had no like integrity. There was no structural anything to it. It's just like a snack pack. And you have to hope that the forklift guy doesn't take you away, because that's what happened at night. Night was like in the porta potty, like knocking on the door. The guy's like picking up the porta potty with him in it. The best is holding the door open for the next person.
I saw this guy turn around to a stranger that's waiting to go into the porta potty. He tells this guy who's about to go into the porta potty, the one on the top is mine, or the orange one on the top is mine.
Live it every day. Keep it near you. Keep it beside you. Don't keep it secret because it's safe.
In case you miss any of that, he's going to take a shit.
Butt wipes are pretty essential.
You'd be stupid to pretend you weren't gonna have diarrhea on tour and not prepare for it.
What's really good for a adventurous eating adult male is the preparation H wipe.
The H stands for hemorrhoid, if you didn't know.
Because it's got aloe vera in there and fucking vitamin E.
Key ingredients: witch hazel. That's good for your flaming asshole.
There's very few products I would say, I wouldn't want to live without. That's
They're really important, especially if you're going to have some sort of mysterious movement. You know, you didn't prepare the food, you just got it somewhere. You don't know what's going to come out the next day. It could be very painful and hot, and often is. So, thank you, Preparation H. Saving my
That's tour.
About 9-10 a.m., you get stirred by your own bowel. It's like, hey, man, it's time. Ew. My butt says it's time to go, though. As soon as I step out, I'm like blind. It's so bright compared to the bus. Like when you step out, it's like.
You come out and you're crying and shit, and you're like.
I'm the only one that doesn't have sunglasses. Never had sunglasses. Always had these glasses. You know what I mean? Never been cool, dude. Not even for a second.
Not even for a second.
Shitting schedule.
To never.
Yeah, to never.
Ask anyone that's in front of you out there where they are, because sometimes you're like, they're on the other side of the place.
They need an app like where you can find the porta potties. Warped porta potty app.
Energizer Bunny from Hell, thanks for the follow.
Back here that's just locked. It's being kept pristine for one beautiful butthole.
Poop's going out of me soon.
We're gonna get the word on the street with the kids. Hello, what's your name, sir?
We're just we're celebrating the life of Trevor Strnad, the singer of this band called the Black Dahlia Murder. He passed away the other day. Normally we're doing a lot of other stuff on stream, watching other videos, having fun, talking, but a little bit of a somber night tonight.
When we say like this, that means we could make a claymation version of you, or animated.
But it's nice though. It's not super somber anymore. I'm really enjoying watching this footage of them.
There's one that I don't even know if this classifies as death metal. They're pretty hard for me, but Attila.
Attila? Yeah, okay.
Video segment for the website. Are you in any death metal bands, sir?
Not really.
I want you to go check out some Morbid Angel, man. They're killing it, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like, I kind of want to like just run in there and go all the way up.
That is it.
Go. We're here at Warped Tour 2013. We're over at the Dallas ATM. Excuse me, sir, what's your PIN number? It's too hot for this shit. Let's go back.
There were cool parts of it, you know what I mean? We barbecued, that was cool. Eating some of Max's hot steaks. A sriracha covered steak will definitely bring you back to the prep H wipe.
Yeah, like I was like, what? Why? They're talking on so much about having horrible bowel movements. They're like, yeah, let's cover a bunch of sriracha on the steak. Trevor, I see why you had heartburn.
I think it did what it was supposed to do, and we played in front of all new people every day, pretty much, man. I think it was a success for sure.
Thank you. I feel so much better now.
What up, Captain Crunch?
What's up, you scumbags? It's time to put on your 3D glasses.
Oh yeah, they had like the 3D portion. Oh wait. Oh. Okay. Okay, that was all animated. That was fine.
Magic missile.
Force field.
Oh wait a minute.
Magic on that one. Force field. Force field on. Hot dogs. Hot dogs. Yo yo.
Yeah, they sent out 3D glasses with this DVD.
Tend to get better, or at least they certainly don't get any worse. That's for sure.
That dude right there, if you don't know, he's a
Don't
fucking
get any worse.
Ryan Schlegel. This guy is the CEO of Metal Blade Records. This guy is like a big he is like responsible for like metal music today. Not like making the music, but making sure it gets out there and is heard by people.
Generally tend to get better, or at least they certainly don't get any worse. That's for sure.
And he was like their biggest supporter.
You know Ryan Knight's here, and you know John Kay's over there somewhere. The working relationship between us and John was just so stressed for a while, and we really weren't getting along by the end of that. It was not said between each other, but everyone knew that that relationship was done between us and him.
And the DVD painted such a strange picture, the first one, because it was on those terms where he knew he was leaving the band, so we announced it in the DVD.
So you are not going to be in the band anymore?
Correct.
But it was right before he fucked us over with that tour. It was really like a whole chapter of how it ended that's not represented there. By the end of his stay, just didn't offer anything. No riffs, no nothing. He wouldn't even write his fucking solos before he went into the studio. I made up a lot of John's solos, which is fucking hilarious because I would just sit there and go, no, you gotta go like this, go really high and go, wee, wee, wee.
Nice, dude. Trevor was coming up with the guitar solos.
Yo, I'm gonna improvise everything. I'm a fucking wizard, you know? And it was like, you couldn't prepare at all for this shit? Like, are you kidding me? We're a professional band, dude.
Damn. Can't all be about smoking weed. You gotta show up. You gotta show up, right?
It's nice to see upgrades, like when they brought Ryan in, amazing lead player. He brought so much to the band, I think, and even seeing him play the older stuff.
But this guy isn't even, like, he wasn't even the current guitar player. They had another guy.
Stuff to it is amazing. He's such a great player.
Yeah, this guy, Ryan Knight, he's like one of those people that he's not just a metal player.
Well, yeah, he can handle our shit.
Yeah.
So to have him just be able to spout out all these awesome ideas from, you know, the foundation stuff was just so exciting.
Since he came in, he's been such a positive force, a creative force. It's perfect, you know, and like just you've seen how much he's grown in 3 albums now, and then anybody that's still talking about John as being the quintessential guitar player for this band is just, I can't even relate, because just in terms of skill alone, he's just miles and miles.
Yeah, they were always upgrades. Every time there was a new band member, there's a lot of bands where like once they lose one member and they start replacing, it's just like it doesn't feel the same, and you can also tell that it's just not the same between them. The sound isn't the same. Like there's this one band called Manchester Orchestra that I love a lot. They're one of my favorite bands. Their early drummer like left the band to be like more like a manager position. They started like a record label together and he wanted to like run that. And they got another drummer. The other drummer, great player, amazing player, but just didn't have the same feeling as the other guy. It was never the same to me. There's like the one album I like to listen to. the other ones, they're great, but just doesn't compare. Whereas this band, every time they would lose people, it was just an upgrade. The next member. But now with Trevor gone, I don't even know. I don't think that there's any upgrade from that.
This is gonna be Ryan Knight's moment when you realize.
Like I feel even bad even talking about the future of this band now. That's just like. Like Brian and Trevor were like brothers, man. I feel so bad for Brian right now.
I just want to say that, you know, I like to get crunk. I mean, I like to have a good time, you know.
I like to get
drink my
crunk.
spirits. Some niggas like to hustle. I like to guzzle somehow, some way, every day. I drink the day away. You know?
What did he just say? Oh my god, I didn't know that. What the fuck? I don't remember that. At least they bleeped it out. Holy fuck.
Night rapping, the world needs to know.
Canada
He's not a
has
bad
no
guy,
IPA.
guys.
That is pretty fucking gay. Canada,
Oh my god.
You are the worst.
Okay, this was like 2014, different time. Okay, guys. Okay, look. Okay, let's just skip ahead a little bit. Let's skip past the Ryan part.
Like childhood photos of me with no eyebrows, and I just.
So fucking brutal on stage and headbangs his ass off.
Max works hard.
Calling things gay was like very normalized back then, and it wasn't ever referred to in a way that was like actually saying somebody was gay. It was always just like repurposing the word as like, oh, it just means like something is stupid now. And it was very much so like a high school thing, but it wasn't just for people in high school. It was just a thing of the time, and it's just not the same anymore. And you just don't do it anymore. I've seen some Twitch streamers do it like on accident too, like say like refer to stuff as that, and they'll instantly be like, oh fuck. I've seen it happen.
He's a cool dude, you know. He's from Boston.
Exactly, Ben. Exactly.
Loud sometimes.
Imagine if there were bears that rape people. That's fucking terrible.
I love him. He's a great guy.
Second or third grade, I just wanted to shave so bad, but I didn't have any facial hair, so I shaved my eyebrows.
Okay, let's go back to the Brian and Trevor
parts.
parts.
Of, like childhood photos of me with no eyebrows, and I just looked like surprised all the time in every fucking picture. This is a fact. I mean, most of the penises that you see drawn in backstage rooms, and there are a shitload of penises in backstage
Okay, you know
rooms.
what? We should skip ahead before we start seeing a bunch of drawn penises everywhere.
Despite, you know, our age difference, we're into a lot of
Up the album, we all kind of got together
Okay.
and were like, hey, you ready to be in the band? And he was like, fuck yeah. I don't remember what the fuck he said.
Fuck yeah, I do.
Wait, hold on. I want to hear that.
He's young. Fucking.
I want to see the Alan Cassidy intro.
When he was back in Arsis.
So I talked to Ken after the show, and Ken was like, yeah, his name's Alan. He lives in Wyoming.
We had just seen
Because like Alan,
videos, like,
when Alan came in the band, because like a lot of these people, like, okay, this is guitar player Ryan, and then that bass player Max, their old guitar player John, they were like great members of the band, but like, I don't know. They were all hilarious and good dudes, good people. But like when Alan came in the band, it was like Trevor and Brian found their new brother, you know?
Almost last minute. They're like, all right, well, we'll have him out here, and he was the guy.
And drummers in this band were always the ones. Sometimes it was like every other album they would have like a new drummer. This guy was gonna be the like one that was with them till like they were old. They still might have switched out some guitar players and bass players, which they had since this DVD.
Got a hold of me and he was
but
like,
he
yeah,
was
you
going to
wanna
be
come
around.
Try out for the band.
Also because he was so young.
And Alan was tripping
compared to them.
mushrooms in
He's.
Yosemite Park.
Oh wait, hold on. Let's hear.
Like, fuck yeah, I do.
And Alan was tripping mushrooms in Yosemite Park the first time I talked to him. I'm pretty sure.
He's living in Wyoming. He ended up being great. Totally what we want, you know.
All of a sudden, like that afternoon, I got a text message, and Brian's all like, "You want to come on this tour with us?" I was like, "Fuck yeah, I do." I'm touring with my favorite band, and I'm also on tour with Death Clock. This is fucking amazing.
Death
Clock. After that, we were like, "We want you to do Everblack with us."
It seemed like the right thing to do, and it's been the right thing for sure.
Alan and I are gonna make out with that horseman.
I had one of those. It got fucked up. We left it in the van too long in the sun, and it got all dried out and broke. I had to throw it away.
Don't pull my ear!
Oh no, it's falling everywhere! It was shortly after we were done wrapping up the album, we all kind of got together and were like, hey, you ready to be in the band? And he was like, fuck yeah. Or, I don't remember what the fuck he said.
Fuck yeah, I do.
He's ready. He's young. He's got muscles. He's playing right now. Can't even stop him.
Welcome to Practice Corner. My name's Alan. This is Ryan. We're going to be running through monotonous exercises for long periods of time and not explaining our techniques.
Despite, you know, our age difference, we're into a lot of the same types of music and the same bands and stuff.
I'm gonna show Alan the Repo Man. He doesn't know.
1970s.
What?
1970s, right?
No.
I'm sorry I was born too late in history
Alan, it's all
to
your
get
fault.
a quality movie.
Alan is hilarious, but I don't think he means to be.
Spooked you.
It's kind of adorable, actually.
Can you give me a beer, please?
Oh yeah, hang on.
I was told he doesn't like know how to use the stove. No, I'm serious. Like I don't have to cook anything. I was like, what do you mean anything?
I'm just hitting stuff. I don't make any of the decisions.
He's like laid back as shit, which is very important in a touring band. He doesn't complain about anything. He doesn't complain about like not having enough sleep. He doesn't complain about when he wants to eat. He's just not a shithead.
I just don't do enough in the bus to like keep me occupied, so I'd much rather like wander and see bands or, you know, something like that, some sort of like outside stimulus.
I don't know if we could have found someone to fit with the band better than him. He totally fits with the band. It's great.
We fucking bust on him about his chicks, his game with chicks. I think he's just too sweet to kind of like be the asshole that you need to be.
I don't know. I'm not fucking smooth, dude.
You must have embraced being young, you know. Get with the younger girls, you know. We can't do that, you know. We got a beard because we don't care no more, okay?
You gotta go with the Ryan Gosling thing, man. Ryan has a beard, man.
We live vicariously through Alan, you know what I mean? Whether it's like, don't be shy, go talk to that chick, drink this, do this, eat this.
I want you to get a boner, dude. Trust me, you'll say thank you.
One time he was talking to this girl for a good portion of the night, you know, just one-on-one with the girl, and I walked by and all I heard was, it's just really hard to like choose what you're gonna pack for tour. And that's when I knew he was just, you know.
I'm like already half socially inept.
All right,
like,
Benny, we'll see you in a
most
bit.
Situations, but a high pressure situation like that, I don't know, my brain just draws a blank.
So, do you like Splenda or sugar or what kind of sweetener do you like? It's dick time, Alan. Act on your perverted instincts. Tell her you think she's hot and you love her titties.
He did a bunch of magic tricks on
Don't
stage,
do
like,
that.
in his
That's
music
what Bright
video.
would tell you to do.
Oh, it was fucking 80s hair metal, and I wish that it would have made it to, I don't know, some kind of popularity, because, like, it would have been a little bit cooler to see than, like, I don't know, fucking Poison or any of those other bands.
Feed me a bunch of alcohol, we'll have a good time immediately. Skip all the awkward stuff. Actually, I don't know, might be some awkward stuff in there, but
Gets the right words together.
I don't know if he has those words in his catalog.
Are you both into, you know, like, doing me?
That's what's going down.
yeah, I mean, there's not much to me. Like, I'm just a dude who loves playing drums and hanging out and, you know, listening to metal, so not much to unravel there.
He definitely had some big shoes to fill, and like the fact that like he just keeps working hard at it, like, is great. Like, he's not just like, oh, I'm in, and like, you know, does whatever. Like, he's like still like, okay, like, I'll work on this, you know. Sometimes I write him some love notes on his snare drum just to help him out.
Bet you never seen this one.
Next album. It's fucking June 11th, and we're somewhere in Ohio, Everblack. It came out today.
Currently, Black Sabbath is #1 right now on the metal chart, and we are hanging out on a close second. I'm sure it's, you know, just a couple copies difference.
Ever since I've gotten my drum tracks done like 6 months ago, you know, I've just been waiting on the finished product, and it just seemed so far away, and it's crazy to be like finally here.
And people were buying like tons of those $100 bundles.
There's Alan. This is a cock ring. He's an apostle. And Alan Prince. Fucking cool, man.
Well, I was like wondering
Okay.
what the fans,
You know,
like reaction.
let's
to
skip
different
ahead a little
drummer.
bit. Let's see what's going on in here.
Myself excited for him a lot because you know, drums, man.
And then I think we're gonna watch a couple of their music videos, and then we'll get into the regularly scheduled program, guys.
Do something that's physically
Thanks for
amazing. It really is,
indulging
so
with me.
people are attracted to the drummers, and I'm excited for all the attention that he's gonna get, you know, because he's just a good dude. He's gonna handle it really well, and I think he's gonna enjoy
Who's
it.
still hanging out and lurking and watching? Who's been watching this? What up, Zoot? Sorry, that was loud.
Michael Thompson McDonald. It's been a pain in my balls ever since fucking Kareem retired to go be a shirt baron somewhere. But man, is he awesome in the ape suit. First time I met him, he was like giving me shit, and I was just trying to park the van. He's like, "Hi, I'm gonna be a dick to you."
Is that true?
Maybe a little bit.
Hey, man, it's good to see you.
Oh yeah, that's just footage of them. I'm pretty sure there's some footage in there we can't see. I'm glad I skipped ahead of that.
In like bands that like we listen to, like.
What up, Psycho? What up, Cree?
Maybe somebody in Dark Funeral, like old school bands. You know, I've heard these guys like come up to Trevor and be like, "You know more about, you know, bands over here than like most."
What
of
up,
us
Ramen?
That is the sickest shirt ever.
Thank you.
A hoodless sweatshirt. Those don't come around anymore. That's old school. I can tell. Yeah, it's got the real.
Whoa, look at that These Nuts shirt. Whoa. What the?
You could probably get a cool 300 USD for that. Of course, it's priceless. You would never do that.
He was really into like selling old band shirts and stuff like that. He was really about that life. He knew everything.
Aspects of it, I enjoy the corniness of it. You know, like I realize what I write is fucking corny. You know, like there's no doubt about it. But that's just what metal is. That's kind of
See,
the acceptance.
Look at he's talking about how metal to him is corny and it's funny, whereas like a lot of these dudes that are in metal bands like take it so fucking seriously in their lyrics that they write. They're just like, a lot of them are like violent, like testosterone fucking crazed dudes, man, juiced up on roids and shit like that. And like Bent Knee said, some even crazier like bigoted shit. Like he fucking it's crazy. And then there's this band, these guys, where it's all a joke to them, man. They're just out here having fun.
You're accepting that by coming into metal. You know, you're accepting dragons. D&D just paved the way for what I know about all the creatures of the fantasy
D&D,
world and shit like that.
D&D paved the way for him. His metal lyricism.
Metal and the whole macabre aspects like attracted me.
The song "The Window" from Ritual. It's about Gilda Ray. And he was like a child murderer. It went on for a long time. He killed a lot of kids. He would like have them over for dinner, get them all dressed up and like tailored and stuff, and then like feed them, and then like cut their stomachs open and like masturbate
Crazy.
on them and do weird sexual shit with them. And I even stopped myself at some point. I was like, "Is this too fucked up?" I was trying to shock people. You know, that's what I'm trying to do here. Death metal, you know, that's what.
Yeah, he's just writing lyrics about stories that have happened, you know, or like horror films and stuff.
Fucking death metal.
Talking to other metalheads and shit with the first weird people I talked to, man. You know, and I still only associate really with weird people, the fucking interesting people, man. They were the first ones to be like, "Yeah, I jerk off, what of it, who cares?" You know, and I was like, "Thank God, that's a huge relief, thank God." Leaving the whole normal life behind and just getting to do this band full time just encourages creativity and staying in that mindset and just kind of rejecting the rest of life and all that, the bullshit that kind of comes with it, you know, it's fun. It's definitely perpetuated just being a kid.
I don't eat many vegetables if you can't.
This guy's awesome.
I got away with words.
Breathalyze yourself first, and then we'll set a goal. 0.25.
These guys were like the jackass of the metal community.
It's my birthday.
All right, sane people, lead the way.
Dude, let's get vasectomies tomorrow. It's gonna be the shit.
R.I.P. Trevor, man.
Clip myself with a pair of scissors.
Ramen, you
Tonight!
same with you. You guys make my days so much better.
Dumbass even dumber than me, that'd be the worst.
What the fuck?
Papa squat.
No.
Nah, I'm more like this, I guess.
Yep, that's where the Banana Man inspiration comes from. Exactly.
New York, Singapore.
It's an adventure.
Knight, you like it here, right? Feel extra safe here. These brick walls and whatnot.
We got a little bit more respect too because we weren't just some band that a lot of people hadn't heard of before.
If we get this in Europe, it's like, we did it.
It's getting damn good over there. It's getting fucking exciting.
They're a little bit different but the same, but a little drier definitely in some countries that you go to.
He told Cephalic Carnage that their show wasn't as grind as the poster that they had. Not as grind as poster. I guess the flyer looks really mental. Not as grind as poster.
Going back to like business as usual was awesome.
Oh, well, hello. This is our home for the tour with aborted revocation. Let's check it out.
Miniature kitchen. This was given to us by the Kaiser of Kaliningrad. Pretty much stocked with baguettes. That's how we like to
That
do
door
it.
sound was
You're
cool.
Probably wondering, how do we take care of our piss? Well, we put it in this bathroom here. You probably never thought they could put a bathroom in a staircase, but they did. Let's check out the bunk situation.
We're gonna have 18 people on a fucking bus. It's gonna be very
18?
Is it politically correct to call it a slave ship? Probably not.
Pretty
Oh
sweet.
God.
Cronenberg. It is nothing to me. Nothing.
Yes, it came out my nose.
Petty has 2 dicks.
Yeah, but you know what? In situations like that, it's like against the law to go number 2. You can only use it for number 1. That you're literally not allowed. You'll get kicked out of the fucking band.
Everything is wonderful when you go see Patty. He's just a man with a whole lot of heart and moves. He can move. He can shake it.
I'm gonna go ask for the kids for the blood donor. I sent Mike to get a few blood bags for.
It's a done deal, though. It's a done deal.
I totally advise against this.
The snooze, how long? Like 15 minutes? 20?
30, not bad.
30.
Are you gonna stay here? Swedish drugs, dude. Get a good bus. Like 16 cigarettes in 60 seconds.
Close your lips.
It's cool, but I've never smoked ever in my life, so.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah, I know. It's just tobacco right here that's gonna make me. It's been in for like 30 seconds so far. It feels like 10 minutes. If you never smoked a cigarette, you smoke a cigarette. Your brain goes, whoa, bro. You're about to go, whoa, bro.
Have you ever smoked in your life?
Yeah, once or twice.
You know I'm gonna be worse off than you. And that's what's funny. I'm gonna break bad. Hey man, tonight we're trading vices. There's nothing left. Here, dude. Oh, it's there. There you go, I saw it. You're alright, you got a little hot in you.
Oh no, boba. Ramen, how is the farmer's market?
I can't wait to throw up. Snooze. I couldn't drive right now on this shit. Fuck no, I would drive through the bank wall.
He's loving it. Hell yeah.
Sorry we didn't start off stream normal, just talking, guys. I just really wanted to watch this stuff.
Funny. It is. Trust me, man. Everything.
I was crying all day today, all afternoon.
Take it from my fucked up ass. Look under my lip, and the secret lies.
Yeah, but you have like 15 minutes left.
50?
15.
Okay.
I mean, last night we're hanging out with like guys from Entombed, Necrophobic, Nagelfar.
Bjorn, dude, get over here. We're partying.
And then we go out to Gothenburg, and it's like fucking in flames.
This singer, the lead singer of this band, the Black Dahlia Murder, passed away the other day, and he was one of my favorite musicians, someone I could call a friend over the years. Every time they came to town, I always hung out with them, and yeah, it's just real rough finding out today.
Bjorn's like hugging us. He's like, oh yeah, let's take shots together.
Is that true that you have a crush on Bjorn?
I don't think he's a bad-looking guy. What, man?
Oh, you didn't end up going. Oh, you're not having a good day either, Ramen. I'm sorry.
I'm always amazed. It just makes me
Thank you, Cree.
want to do something else a lot of times. But it's fun. We sell more records.
It's crazy for like us coming from like where we started in the
Fuck yeah.
The funny thing is, usually the better the band is and the more successful they are, the less headaches there are for guys like me. I mean, it's been an awesome relationship that is continuing on, hopefully for a long, long time.
It's been wild. It's been a wild ride.
So good.
Guys, thanks for your continued support. And remember, it's better to come to our show than to go to work.
True. Same thing about my stream.
Put that in your pipe.
Or at least watch while you're at work or school.
Okay.
So yeah, then I think the whole rest of this is just... I forget what the rest of this documentary is. Is it just like outtakes? Ron Jeremy, whoa!
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, okay, this is like the live part of the DVD where they showed the, okay, yeah. All right, let's watch. I want to just see, there's a couple other interviews that I saw. Like there's this one of Trevor, his passion for old video games. He actually streamed on Twitch a couple times. I don't know how often. It had been a while, but I remember I followed him like over maybe like 6 months to a year ago. And when I had found out he had done some streams, and he would play like retro games. He wouldn't play any new games. He would only play very old games. So let's check out what his game collection was like. Exactly, Bright,
Hey
while
kids,
showering.
Trevor from the Black Dahlia Murder here, chilling in Brooklyn, New York. Out in front, Gotham City Games, sick-ass retro game store here in New York. I'm very excited to nerd out with you today. Let's go have a look, see if we can find anything cool in there. It's kind of a latecomer to Nintendo. I really wanted it. I remember even kids at school were like, you don't even have a Nintendo. You know, like that was a bad one. That was a bad burn back then. You know? It was like the only thing of status that you could have. Like it was like a cool bike and a Nintendo, you know? Yeah, it was 3rd grade when I got my Nintendo finally. And first thing I did was go out with my birthday money and get Castlevania 2. Because I'd seen it at my cousin's house, and that was like the whole impetus for how I wanted to get it.
I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick.
You could go anywhere, you know what I mean? Like there wasn't like a defined path, and you could just kind of go explore. That seemed really new compared to every game where you just walk to the right. That one had a real impact on me. I really wanted it. I used to play it at night, and the game, you know, turns from day to night during the game. And I remember it says, "What a horrible night to have a curse." Obviously, we stole that for the name of our demo, and then eventually used it again as a song. Yeah, Castlevania is like near and dear to my heart still. I remember when the 3rd one came out and I saw it at the mall for the first time, and I found out that the character they used was named Trevor, and I like blew my 9-year-old mind. You know what I mean? I thought that was so rad. In television, man. Had one of these when I was a kid. Before Nintendo. Used to have an Atari and in television. Sick. Just really haven't ever gotten so hardcore into this era of everything 3D, you know, and it's been that way for a long time, so I'm kind of like left behind in a regard. I still play, you know, a lot of new games and I get enjoyment out of it, but I like the old shit where like it's not where games didn't hold your hand so much. Like now you're playing Final Fantasy and it's like watching a fucking movie the whole time.
Oh shit, Zoopy's calling you out. I'm just kidding.
It's like holding on to
this fucking Elden Ring isn't holding my hand.
Last time, it takes me back to like being a kid and being, it's like a weird escape. I still get the same amount of escape out of it, out of the old games for some reason. I don't know why. It's just like, I don't know. It's like being back with my old babysitter. But it does the same thing for me that metal does. An escape to another world for a little while, a short while. Don't think about your problems, whatever. Just have a little fun. And I love just how quick and dirty the old games are, you know? No, don't need an explanation, don't need, you know, those 2 buttons, how can you fuck it up? Nintendo to me is like the law, like that was like my system, that's the era, that's like the quickest key to like my childhood and kind of tripping down memory lane in that way. I always liked Nintendo and I always found myself going back to it, and it's funny because I still have plans to beat these games, and I've been thinking about this shit for fucking 30 years now. You know what I mean? Some of these games. Dragon Warrior 2, I'm coming for you. I haven't even played 4, but I'm going to. And I know it's going to be amazing. It's one of the last, you know, it's one of the last generation Nintendo games.
Video games are forever.
Amazing. So I'm like saving that, which is really weird. It's Musha. Mitch from Maruda told me about this game. He's what I am to Nintendo, he is to Genesis, and side-scrolling action kind of shoot 'em up things. So he said this is the one. I've heard a lot about this game. Played it briefly. Super sick. I never stopped liking certain games, but I became more open to different kinds of games. Puzzle games. This whole like era of loving shooters and up-scrolling shooters. I didn't even like realize that it kind of was its own subgenre, really. You know, I never stopped to think, oh yeah, these fucking spaceship games. You know what I mean? But I love those in particular. It's Gunak for Nintendo. It's one of my favorites. This game called Rekka, Summer Carnival '92. It was a game made specifically for a video game competition in 1992 in Japan, and it's a intentionally super hard shooter, but it's one of the fastest and one of the most graphically stunning Nintendo games ever made. And but there aren't really physical copies of it. People have made it into physical copies, but you can get the ROM very easily, and that is probably my favorite game in the last few years. It's complete bullet hell, just tons and tons of bullets raining everywhere. And I don't know, I just love the dance that you do to get around that shit. It's calming for me. It's like a fidget spinner. This is one of my favorites right here. Chrysalis is sick.
Man, these are games I don't even know
it's
about.
Like a updated Zelda before all the
This guy
Super
was
Nintendo
older than me.
Zelda Nox came out. Nightbringers was a video game. Well, I don't know. Castlevania just immediately.
Only
popped
game
in
I
my
knew like
brain when
that
you
was
say
Super
something like
Mario
that.
Bros.
And the band is tied to Castlevania in a few ways, and I've mentioned it and referenced it a few times because it has that powdered wig era tied into it. That's like, you know, we have a lot of neoclassical
Rest in
elements
peace, dude.
in the music, so there's kind of a synergy there, I think. And you know,
I gotta go
themes,
through
of
my one of my hard drives. I got a bunch of live footage of them, I bet, pictures of us hanging out over the years when they'd come to town.
Thanks again for nerding out with me here in New York. Gotham City Games. I'm about to bounce, go break some bricks, pick up Nightbringers, October 6th. See you later.
Hey, we're the Black Dahlia Murder, getting your fix with metal injection.
What is up, Metal Injection junkies? Rob here. Today is 420. We figured what better way than to smoke out our buddies in the Black Dahlia murder while asking them questions about weed. Are you guys cool with that?
Ask
Yes.
away.
Ask away.
Smoke away.
Smoke away.
How you viewers doing out there? It's been a minute.
So we're gonna ask
Everybody comfy at home? You at work? Are you not working at work?
Are you high at work?
Me either.
Well, then let's kick it off.
Yes,
when
I
was
am.
the first time you ever tried weed?
The trailer.
The trailer
These guys.
with the
I didn't
On
smoke
tour?
until I was like 22.
dude,
Yeah,
that's
I got
smart. Good for Trevor.
Do it, right? Wait till you're mature.
Oh yeah,
Then go nuts.
wait till you're not in school anymore.
You don't
Yep.
want to give your folks any more ammunition against you, because you're probably already bad. It was family, friends, the Willses. I was in their basement. It was out of a can. It was probably crap. I felt something.
Affected.
It's way cooler now. It makes me feel smiles, inside and out.
Oh yeah, see, and then coming into it so late, I also skipped that whole like high school bad weed thing, you know, or
just
like
got the good
my
shit.
first weed, you know. Yeah, I just like skipped that whole thing. I was born into this weed smoking royalty.
What would you say is your preferred method of smarting up?
Bong me.
Bong rips?
I actually really enjoy joints a whole lot, but sometimes a bong is, when you haven't had a bong rip in a long time, it's just the right smack.
Yeah, the
True.
bong's like my go-to.
Is there ever a time when you shouldn't be high?
Yeah.
Ever a time where you're like, no, I will not smoke weed?
I try not to before I go to get tattooed, because it makes you
hurts.
feel the pain a little bit more. And
It's good advice.
pain no bueno.
Before right now, when was the last time you smoked weed?
Fucking half an hour ago.
I'm about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I just can't cope.
You gotta warm up for this weed interview.
I just can't cope, bro.
I didn't realize you guys were next. I knew it was coming though. I was like, man, that's one that's gonna be cool. Yeah, I'll proceed.
I'll proceed.
Do you prefer indicas or sativas?
Man, sometimes there's an occasion for every persuasion.
Yeah.
How fast can you?
Yeah,
go
that's
down?
about, yeah. I feel the same.
Slow, actually.
It's a bit slow going, but yeah.
3 weeks, and that's too fast.
3 weeks is too fast. There you have it.
You gotta be economical.
Guys,
You know?
come on.
Come on, guys.
What's the craziest place you've burned one up where you're like, holy shit? You smoked on the tour of the White House.
Yeah.
No, that was Willie Nelson, dude.
Oh. No, he did it on the roof.
How easy is it to get weed on the road? Is it hard?
Depends.
It fluctuates, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's
gotta know the
raining.
secret languages.
Yeah, you have to know the secret languages, and we also have that reputation now as a weed band, you know. So it precedes us. So kids show up with weed and want to smoke with us and stuff. And
Yep.
I never thought I would be in a life where I'm turning down offers to smoke weed, but it happens.
Wow. You were just like, no, I'm too high.
I'm too high, or you know, it's like I don't know, man. It's
Or
just,
you're scaring me.
yeah, you're scaring me, you're punishing me. That happens.
Yep.
That happens too. It's not worth it.
What is the
not
best
worth
Black
it.
Dahlia murder song to burn to?
I believe it's The Great Burning Nullifier.
Yeah, that's our
Featured on Ritual, which came out in 2011. Pick it up in stores.
Now on Metal Blade Records, right, guys? Metal Blade?
Metal
Metal Blade Records. Look at this. Rob's plugging you.
What music do you listen to when you burn weed?
Everything. Everything. It really expanded my horizons as far as music goes. Like checking out more like I don't know, just nice stuff. You know what I mean? And pop stuff and stuff with good production. You know. Space. You want to go to space sometimes. So Flaming Lips, man. Yoshimi, man. That's a great record.
That's
Listen to
space.
Mr. Stone. That's space. That's awesome. Spiritualized, something like that. That's pretty. Gets pretty fucking drugged out too. But I like everything, man. I really like metal when you're stoned because you can grasp it. I think.
Yeah.
Even at high speeds, you're like, I just got the vibe from that, dude. You know, you're just like an open doorway for riffs. So.
Physical reaction to sound.
What is the best thing to do?
That wind.
Or after you smoke weed?
Get a Blumpkin. Wouldn't you agree?
I can't disagree.
Can't disagree. I like that.
Eat something awesome.
Yeah, eat the
Lunch
right.
ice
Eat,
cream.
eat
Yeah,
stuff while you
get
smoke.
the right exact thing that you're like dying to eat, and you're blown out of your gourd.
Black Dahlia Murder, pick up their new album Ritual, and remember, smoke.
All right, we're gonna watch a couple of their music videos now. Some of you guys, I know you guys, some of you are gonna be like, "What? I hate this," but it's my shit, man. This is what I just gotta listen to some of this, and then we'll move on. We'll get into the regularly scheduled program. Rippers, man. Straight fucking rippers, dudes. Sorry, I'm just sitting here listening, guys. What's another one? This is an old song. God, their music videos were so great. So great. What else? Okay, we're not listening to that song yet. That'll be the last one we listen to. What a horrible night. Here. Okay, Here, no, not this one. Oh wait, no. Let's see. So good, man. I know a lot of you guys are probably like, what the fuck is this? But it's my shit. Not this one. Ooh, man. He was a fucking witch. Listen to that voice, man.
Screaming excitement and
Is there really ramen? Post it in the Discord. I have no idea. I've never heard of that before. This one right here, this was the first music video they ever came out with. This was like all this, the music videos we've been watching have been like within like the pretty much after 2010. This was 2009, the first thing they ever put out. This was like the record that got them signed to Metal Blade Records. And it's way like grimier. Like a lot of their newer stuff is a lot more polished and stuff, but this is where it all started. I used to watch this over and over. His vocals were so much like he was just so young. Right, you can hear it, right? Can you hear the difference from this song to like the newer ones we were listening to? And this music video is all serious. They're in like a graveyard, whereas the other ones, they're all like fucking around. Can't go that high. Okay, there's that song. And then, so like I was saying, that was like an the first music video they ever put out. And then, like, of course, we've been listening to this other stuff where it's a lot more new sounding, you know? Where's this song I'm looking for? This one's good, right? I forget what song this is. Oh, yeah. But no, I want What a Horrible Night. When this album came out, this was the first album, because like that the song we just heard that was from 2009, that album had already been out when I had found out about them. And then I think that like right when I found out about them, they had just come out with another album that was really good. We're going to listen to a song from that in a minute. But then this album was called Nocturnal, and it was the first one that they came out with where I was like anticipating the release. I was like ready for it. I pre-ordered it. It got leaked online the night before it got released, and I like didn't listen to it. I like withstood. I was like, I'm waiting for it to show up. I can't wait to get home from school that day, put in the CD and just listen to it. It was such an experience. I haven't had experiences like that with like music and things since I was a teenager. But when this came out, oh, it was just the best. I got to go to the bathroom real quick again. You know, this is one I haven't heard before. I haven't listened to this most recent album they put out in 2020. Never heard this one. Yo, they have a song in 6/8? Oh shit. Different time signatures. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. Oh no. God, they just got better. Aged like fine wine.
Folks, this is Neil Hamburger asking you to kindly...
Wait a minute, what? They had a music video with Neil Hamburger? No fucking way, bro. I just got chills, man. Neil Hamburger, this guy Greg Turkington right here. Literally like one of my favorite comedians. This is his character that he does called Neil Hamburger, but his name's Greg Turkington. The yellow shirt that I wear that says VFA, Victorville Film Archives, that's his thing.
Mark your calendars for December 18th. That's the day that the television Christmas spectacular Yule 'Em All starring the Black Dahlia murder will be available. Until then, here's a little sneak preview, a little taste.
My
with a
sister just
song
figured out
called
why your name is
Sunless
in a band, because I've
Empire.
been in bands and I like music a lot. I know some people might be like, damn, like, why is he like starting his stream, like crying over this dude? Like, well, like, and I know I've said all this stuff about how big of an influence they were on me growing up, stuff like that, but just being somebody that's like written music since I was like 12, I have a very deep, like, special connection with music. And I'm not trying to say I have more than anybody else or anything. It's just like within me, like, it's music is a big part of my life. And like I said, these guys really influenced me. I used to spend a lot of my time, I used to spend a lot of my time not doing schoolwork and just listening to what these guys were talking about and the music they were making. Okay, that's just a statue. We're gonna listen to one more song after this, and we'll get into normal shit. Yo, what is this? I see this is like from a new album I never listened to. This is from their most recent album. I was just about to be like, they're getting a little more punk. Or they were, you know? You want hair that long? Wait, how long's your hair? Are you talking about? You're talking about the guitar player that's all the way over to the left, right, Ramen? That guy? I always wished I had hair that was that straight. My hair is more like him, though. Right, I know. I'm the same, Ramen. I have the same pain. That's why you need to send me that curly hair routine. Stat. I need it, Ramen. Was there anything else before we watch just one? Okay, here, let's check this out. Oh no, not this one. This one. Sorry, that was loud as fuck. Here, no, I don't want to watch any like lyric music videos. We're gonna listen to some of their albums while I play Elden Ring, but I don't want to like listen to stuff. I want to just watch their music videos. What's this?
We got a couple more for you real quickly.
Oh, this is a live.
Are you guys
Oh, you know what? I kind of want to watch this. The behind the scenes of them recording this album. Yeah, we're gonna watch this real quick. Sorry, guys. I know I keep saying we're gonna move on, but you guys gotta indulge me tonight.
Track 6.
Track 6. Yep. There's the kid. The champ.
Oh, those things taste so bad. This style of recording is my least favorite, where you record everything separately, like the drums record, then the guitars record, then the bass, then the vocals. I like recording all the instruments at the same fucking time. So much fun. I'm mainly because I'm bad at recording like this. This is called tracking. I'm really bad at it.
Oh. You kicking some ass in there.
I'm trying.
How you feeling? Good?
Yeah, I feel better with
You know all the weed smoking that we saw during like all the DVD stuff with them? This drummer that they had was straight edge. He joined the band and he was like hella straight edge, so he never smoked weed. Eventually, everybody knew, like when he joined, I was like, he's not gonna be in the band that long. Like there's no way a guy that's like hella straight edge is gonna be able to hang out with these stoners in a van while they're like sitting there smoking weed next to him all the time.
Hanging out, getting that
But
fast,
he was in the band for a long time.
You need some water? You need some caffeine? What's going on? Some of the most difficult ones for the end.
Need a handy?
Yes. Yes, I do.
I got you.
But like I said, when they got that guy Alan in that last music video with the long blonde hair on the drums, he was their drummer for good. They weren't gonna get another one.
There you go. Regal bass.
It's the only way I record.
Can you put a little more snoot on that?
Right, get out of here.
Okay.
Right. They put a little vibrato on that, huh? A little stank. Should I do it as well? Stanky hand. Doesn't sound out, so
No, that was sick.
There he is. One down. 30 to go.
Where are you tuning? I've been tuning it one off. I tune it on that tape.
To that spot, and
It's I can't get it anywhere. Like anywhere I tune it, it doesn't matter if I tune it here or if I tune it one off. Like it all just sounds like shit. That's like the most in tune I can hear. I don't fucking know.
play it. Ring it. Let it ring out.
It's like if you hit it too hard, it sounds out.
Oh, so okay right now.
Guitars, man.
Yeah, it's like it's like how am I supposed to fucking regulate how hard I hit the string every time?
It's your mind.
So basically, Mark noticed there is this noise on all the DI tracks, and we're guessing it comes from the power transformers that are on both sides of the house, because every room in the house makes the same noise. So we're breaking everything down, and we're going to the Black Dahlia murder practice space in Warren, Michigan.
Does it suck?
Yes.
This sucks.
just get a close up of those wires right there.
Rip.
You have to move all those. Damn this shit.
Yeah, that sucks. When you have recording issues like that in the middle of recording an album. I got a van just like that.
So, you know, I like to keep like a steady diet of like vegetables and some rice and puddings. I'm eating a lot of pudding these days, and I don't know, steak pudding.
Anyway, here we are at the room. Man, here we are.
This is it. This is where we make giant guitar.
And the fun begins.
Dude, the color scheme on his pickups, so cool.
could actually, you could just put it around here like this and snug it up.
Oh, that's cheating. I'm just kidding.
This is to keep your other strings from speaking, or what?
Yeah.
So that's so when he accidentally like pulls off, like he hits like a wrong note, like he accidentally hits like an open string, it doesn't ring out. It like if he hits the open string on accident, it's like instantly muted. And so he can sound hella clean while he's playing. It's cheating. Fucking cheating.
That's pretty fucking cool.
Oh, listen to those strings.
Different note right there, but you can leave it. You could have left it. Okay. Hold on. Control Z that shit.
What up, Ben? We just got done listening to a bunch of their shit. We watched a bunch of music videos, and I found this video of them recording. It's some behind the scenes of them recording one of their albums. We're gonna listen to one more song after this, then we're gonna move on. We're gonna do normal stuff. Jason. That guy's a famous metal producer.
I remember when this joint was just a child. Why you do this to me?
Nilo!
I smoked you so good for so long, you treat me like a...
Exquisite.
Jason said now he feels rich. What's that? Jason said now he feels rich.
We come to your house to kiss your giraffe and play I'm Climbing Out.
Get out of here.
Yes,
Yes, you're okay.
Now I'm getting married.
What up, Bodie?
Now we gotta play Amazing Grace so I can go to a funeral.
Yeah, really, we're going through your whole life in 10 minutes. Lube it up, lube it up, lube it up!
Oh man, I definitely just shot somewhere.
Shooting lotion.
Ramen, you know, one thing about me is like growing up, I was very bad at like anytime I was like in school, like learning things, I always had a really hard time in school. But when it came to stuff with music, even like not just like playing music and like knowledge about music, but just kind of how I was saying, this guy Trevor knew a lot about bands. Like I would like listen to their interviews and stuff like that, and I would just learn like every bit of information they would throw out. I would absorb. I remember the most random bits of information about like all these people and like bands and stuff like that. It's stuff like that would just stick in my brain, whereas like I'd be in school like trying to focus and learn something, and I would just couldn't get it. Oh, you were, Bodie? How's it coming along, man? Wait, Ramen, you were trying to make a song too? You make music? But yeah, sorry guys. Today, you guys are indulging me. I really just wanted to go down a trip of memory lane and celebrate Trevor's life. Thanks for sticking with me, and you guys that have been hanging out.
Think we're on to something new, guys.
Computer crashed.
This year Halloween fell on the weekend. Me and Ghetto Boys are trick-or-treating.
Acapella metal vocals, let's go. You deleted it all, Bodie? I mean, I've been there. I've done the same thing. I've done the same shit before, Bodie.
No.
Oh my God. Got it. Welcome.
Well, guys, I'll see you momentarily. Hopefully you all clicked the stream back open. I had no idea that was gonna show.